A very good morning to you, South African, those watching around the world. My name is Lane Herman, and this is The Agenda. It's Saturday, the 3rd of November, 2018. Thank you very much indeed for joining us. Please do stay in touch with us throughout the program. It's just one more hour left on The Agenda. You can send us your voice notes and videos via WhatsApp line. The number is 081-732-842. On Twitter, we're at @TheAgenda_SABC. We're also on Facebook. Let's get the show on the road. The Agenda starts right now. Well, Northwest Premier Jabba has pledged to ensure that the provincial government sustains the legacy of Motswako artists who are from Mahikeng. Now, he was delivering the eulogy of artist Jabulani WHP Tsambo at the artist's funeral service, which is underway at the Mabato Convention Center in Mahikeng. It's just ended and it is going to go for burial now. WHP's widow, Lerato Singadi, is among family, friends, government representatives and celebrities that are attending the funeral. Let's go now live to our reporter, Sentleng Lehihi, who's present at the funeral. Sentleng, thank you very much indeed for your time. You were there, you've witnessed what transpired. What stood out for you? What was the atmosphere like?
Good day to you, Blaine, and our viewers. What a moving program we've seen here today, as many gathered here at the Mabato Convention Center to give Jabba Man the befitting departure that he deserves, given his contribution not only to bring in to prominence this here town, but also raise into prominence the language of Setswana through Motswako music. We have seen quite a large number of celebrities attend this here funeral. We counted Casper Nyovest among the pallbearers. We've seen people who've started this Motswako music from the ground up with WHP, the likes of Toady Mac and Mo Mulimi, who also took to the stage to give a eulogy of note, as many others gathered around the coffin that was of WHP. To many surprise, we saw Lerato also come in after a few minutes after the funeral had begun. She was flanked by Mo Mulimi and Moki, giving her support in attending this here funeral of her beloved husband. We saw her as well join the line in which the family was seated to pay homage and respect to her late husband. There are many things that have happened here today, but what we have seen, which is most noteworthy, is the respect that has been afforded to this man, given the way that he left this world unexpected, and really what an untimely passing of a great talent. At this very moment, we've seen the procession leave the Mabato Convention Center. They've made their way to the Heroes Acre at the Mabato Cemetery. A few have been allowed to join them there, particularly those with accreditation, as there's a limited space, and the family would like to be awarded the time to actually mourn and see their son go down to the ground with much respect.
Many moving tributes were paid there, Sentleng. Stand by. I just want to play one of them. The Premier of the Northwest, Jabba said Jabba will forever be remembered for putting Tswana language on the world map. Listen.
And he carried it in his heart wherever he went, and it was reflected in whatever he did. Hip-hop Pansola was the embodiment of that which represent the aspirations of young people coming from this part of this country. Indeed, death, be not proud. Fellow South Africans, we should not mourn Jabba, but we should celebrate the life that he lived. We should celebrate his pioneering work that opened doors for a lot of his homeboys who went on to make a mark in the South African hip-hop scene, as well as his contribution to the South African popular culture. He cleared the path for these contemporaries such as Morafi, Kuluchana, Taxinganga, Casper, just to name a few. And I think they will attest to the fact that he was indeed a trailblazer. Jabba was what young people would refer to as Njaya game. Testimony to his talent and contribution to the growth of the Motswako music genre is the traction that the Setswana language gained with hip-hop circles. Within hip-hop circles, rather. Jabba made Setswana fashionable because he understood that museka phofu ya gabo ga shwelentswe.
I think he would have said fashionable, hey? There you go, Professor Job Mokgoro. Sentleheng, you still with us? I mean, Professor Mokgoro is saying that, you know, we should celebrate his pioneering spirit, his pioneering work, isn't it? And one of the messages I picked up from the sermon is that he has not died, he has multiplied. I guess it's talking to the amount of artists that this man has helped over the years.
Certainly, Blaine, you know, what the Premier said speaks truth to the significant contribution this young man has made, not only as an artist in South Africa, but ensuring that this new artistry that he, in fact, engineered would grow to popular demands and, in fact, give birth to stars such as Casper Nyovest. You know, it is quite a major contribution for a young man who comes from the dusty streets of Mahikeng, Unit 5, went to school in Mmabatho High. For him to have coined this Motswako flavor, for it to have then, you know, become an international sensation is something that can go without mention, that cannot go without mention. I think that his tunes would actually reverberate for many a times to come, as many in this area and beyond Mafikeng will speak and prophesy of how this music, in fact, went towards, you know, maintaining our national heritage and, in fact, raising Setswana to the prominence that it deserves as one of our official languages. And indeed, as the pastor said, a romantic language of note.
Yeah, indeed. I'm going to let you go to the burial site, but just remind our viewers, in terms of how far is the burial site from the convention center where you are?
The convention center is just a mere between 2 and 5 k's away from where from the cemetery. It's going to take us at least about 10 minutes to get there, given the fact that there's a large convoy that is still trying to make its way there. Though some people have been told not to go there because there's limited space. But we've got a crew there, it's rolling, and we're going to give you more and more coverage on the events that have unfolded here in Mahikeng. Stay tuned to our evening bulletin to see the entire package. Back to you guys in studio.
Sentleheng Dehihi, live for us in Mahikeng. We thank you very much indeed for your reporting. Appreciate it. Meanwhile, HP's sister has shared fond memories of her late brother, describing him as a loving soul.
It is a very sad day. However, I will not be doing us justice if I don't remember Jabulani as my brother, because I believe everybody has spoken about HHP, Jabba. We don't know that guy. We also saw him on TV. So I'm going to speak about the guy we know in our four walls. Just to let you in on a family joke. Hey, Kukudi, Jabute. That's how he entered the house. Jabute. Because he knew he was going to find inappropriate dressing. So he would announce that, ladies, please get yourself in order, Jabute. So, without wasting any time, I just, I don't mean to brag, but you can imagine being born and being told that, this is your brother. I was introduced to him as my brother, So, growing up, so I was the one who got the first act. He was that guy he performed for me first, entertaining me. So I just want to also acknowledge that the guys, the Jabulani you all grew to know and love, was the same guy indoors. He was actually more simple in the house. Unakoropa with on all fours. The mopo deleting. He decided he used to mop on all fours. That's the kind of guy he was. Nero khona go tshola dijo mo skotleleng, and he would rather ajele mo pitseng. He was that guy, but you know, his plate would always be reserved for whoever would need it, because there was always someone in the house. Everybody standing here is somebody I have seen in his house. It is somebody he introduced me to in his home. It is somebody who he said, no, don't worry, I know he looks scary. You can imagine walking into a house and it's like, don't worry, AY. We're not dijo.
Well, Jabba's friends and business associates have described HP as a visionary. He said Jabba helped a lot in growing the Motswako genre.
One of the things that Northwest never loved Jabba. No, Northwest loved Jabba. Jabba was very frustrated with certain individuals within the arts section of government. That's all. However, of recent, Jabba had gone to the new premier's office. When he got there, he called me and said, for the first time, I'm talking my but stadium my 20th anniversary. It might be impossible because stadium. Okay, so what is the way forward? I meeting. I don't know. Proposal because never is there any financial commitment that the department or the premier's office would be committed apart from the stadium? The meeting was inconclusive because Jabba, he just he just bashed there. People ladies and gentlemen, Jabba has faced a lot of opposition in his life. A lot. He has been told by a record company executive to change his language and sing in Zulu, something that he refused. It's written, it's documented. Jabba has been told by so many people to change so many things about him, which he simply turned down and said no. He told me no. Jabba used to tell me this, Samuel, it looks like we'll never be millionaires, but we must identify people who will be millionaires. And one of the people that will be a millionaire is Casper. Jabba used to tell me this, Samuel, you are worried that your child will not live well. No, when we die, we will multiply. Let's look for people that will change the world. A person that will change the world is Mulimi because he's a farmer, he's a rapper, he feeds people. That's the type of person we need.
In other news,